first taking voice lessons, you want to learn like what your voice type is, and there really, when you boil it down in a way, there really are only three voice types: high, medium, and low. And then if you break things apart into all the different ways you can break categories apart when you're classifying voice types, there's like bajillions of types. So yeah, it could be as few as three or as many as who knows how many. Um, so high, medium, low, and then you have, are you a male instrument or a female instrument? And so if you are a female instrument, high is soprano, medium is mezzo soprano, and low is contralto. Those are the three adult female voice types. And then for males, you have the high type, which is tenor, medium is baritone, and lowest is bass. And these three, both of these things are true for both voice types. The middle part is the most common voice type, which makes sense. Most people would have a medium voice type. The second most common is high, and the third most common is low. And in addition to these, I would say we should include two other big important categories, one of which is the treble voice, which just means a child's voice, the voice of a child who has not yet gone through puberty. And so male and female voices prior to puberty are just called a treble voice, and you cannot diagnose a child's voice type prior to puberty because sometimes things change in really surprising ways, particularly for males. And then there's the countertenor voice type, which is what replaced the castrato voice type when the castrati became like no longer, the way to achieve the castrati voice type was no longer legal. And so that would be an adult male singer who sings in the mezzo soprano or soprano female range, which will sound like a woman singing typically to people. But there's like a little something different though too. But anyway, so one thing people get confused about with voice types is the word alto, which is a choir part, not actually a voice type. But the terms, kind of become synonymous with a low female voice type, and sometimes can be applied to a mezzo soprano or a contralto voice type. Either of those two voices could, a contralto could sometimes end up being assigned an alto voice part, or it could be assigned to the tenor voice because in a choir, depending on the director's needs and resources. The contralto and the tenor voice type sing the same pitches, but on a female instrument the pitches sound low, on a male instrument the pitches sound high. And so often if you hear someone singing and you think the singer is a female, and then you find out the singer is actually a male, probably a tenor. And if you hear a female singing and you think she is a male, and then you find out she's actually a female, oftentimes that is a contralto singer, such as Billie Holiday. So does all of that make sense?
It does.
And so you're a tenor voice type, and I'll talk just a tiny bit about that. So like you can be a dramatic tenor or a lyric tenor, and you're a leggero tenor, which is like a flexible, light tenor voice. And so like it's been taking me a while to figure out your voice type. Not your voice type. Your voice type is abundantly obvious. Like no one could possibly be confused by your light, shiny, sunny voice. The type.
The yellow crayon, right?
But your range, because of the leggero, like the flexibility and the lightness, the consistency of your tone quality is so consistent from all but the extremities of your range from bottom to top. Just such a your whole range that is right now sounds so consistent. It's a really interesting voice type. But I think you have a good instinct for the songs that you picked. But anyways, so do you have any questions before I
No, I don't think so.
turn off? Okay. And so, I would,